Cause we is back once again with another reaction video, bruh. And today I am coming back with another reaction, bro. This is from Mr. Nightmare, man. 3 disturbing true house party horror stories, bro. We is coming back with these reactions, bro. Like I said, every single day. So if you guys are new, go down, like and subscribe to the channel down below for more reactions. Let's get it. And if you guys don't subscribe to the channel, that's okay. At least hit the like button, bro. Let's get it, man. Let's go, man. Show some support to the channel. Go down, hit the like button, man. We is about to react to Mr. Nightmare, man. He is coming back with some more reaction, or he is coming back with some more horror stories I haven't reacted to, man, since I have been picking up on his channel and have been reacting to his videos recently, but not as of late, but you know, like recently in the past. But anyway, he got some new ones, man. We got 2 of them I'm about to react to today. So this first one is the house party one. And the next one is like something else. But anyway, we got to get into that spirit, man. Halloween's coming up, so we got to get into that creepy, scary spirit, bro. So let's get it and let's go. House party horror stories. Let's get it. Story number 1. We got 3 stories to react to, so let's get it. Let's see if I get scared or not.
17 in my last year of high school. There was a weekend towards the end of the school year where my parents were going away. I saw it as a perfect opportunity to throw an end-of-the-year party. I went to the store and bought 3 big bags of red Solo cups and a bag of ping pong balls. And I paid my older brother, who was 21, to pick up a bunch of beers and liquor. The good thing about my house was that it was in a cul-de-sac, and it had a plot of land dedicated to water collection right behind the backyard. So the chances of a noise complaint were slim. My older brother invited like 10 friends of his own.
Could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing.
I basically made it open invite to most people in my grade. By the peak of the night, there were probably 60 to 70 kids in my house.
Same.
It was more insane than I thought it would be. I started seeing kids I didn't know coming into.
That's how it be, bro. That's how it gotta be.
I had to put my foot down and start locking the door to prevent randoms from coming in. Every time people would leave, I'd lock the door again.
You gotta watch out for people being destructive and, you know what I'm saying, breaking stuff. Just like the movies, bro. The people mess around and break the vase or a lamp or something, bro. Destroying you and 30 up the house, bro. You gotta watch out for that. That's crazy.
Many kids left in my house. My good friend Peter asked me about the guy who went to the upstairs of my house. I questioned what he was talking about, and he told me there was some random guy walking up my stairs about a minute.
Some random guy.
I intended on leaving the upstairs off limits.
If there's a lot of people, everybody random.
Bedrooms. I ran upstairs and checked all of the bedrooms, which all had the lights off. I checked my bedroom last, which appeared to be empty too. I went back to tell Peter. He said with 100% certainty that someone was still up there. So this time he came up with me to check all of the rooms again, under all the beds and all the closets, but whoever this kid was that Peter saw didn't turn up. So we went back downstairs. I figured Peter was drinking too much and just had no credibility that night. He was one
Probably.
of the people who I'd be letting crash at my house that night. In fact, Peter crashed on the couch before everyone even left. It was probably 2 in the morning by the time the last of my friends left. My brother was already asleep in his room upstairs, while Peter and my other friend John slept.
The kid was still there. I bet. The guy was still there.
The bathroom,
he found him.
But feeling satisfied with the party. As I brushed my teeth and looked at myself in the mirror.
So wait, who is this dude? I'm confused. Like, who is this kid though? It's like he said some random guy that went upstairs. Like, bro, isn't everybody random? It's a whole party. Why is this guy? Why are you guys just going after that guy that just went upstairs? Like, I don't get it.
I thought I heard something above me.
Like, what is? Was he like an old man or something or what?
But there was nothing now.
Cause it's a whole party. Everybody random.
I went to my room. Before I could even crash into bed, I heard another sound from above me.
That's the guy, or that's whoever that was they went after.
Bedroom door, but no matter how much I knocked, he wouldn't open his door. I suddenly had the thought to check the attic. For some reason, it took me that long.
Some knock.
I got the hook to pull down the stairs to the attic.
Oh man!
I've never actually been in that attic before.
The attic is creepy.
Dude,
I used to always be scared of our attic, dude.
Around above the floor of the attic and
I used to hate going up there.
Switch. My hand knocked into a string, so I pulled it down, and a single dim light flickered on. The center of the attic, where the door was lit nicely by this light. but the outer walls of the attic were all dark. But even in the darkness, I could sense another presence in there. I asked, "Is anybody in here?" And I felt a rush when I saw a box close to the corner fall over. Behind it was someone crouched running behind another stack of boxes. It didn't look like a kid. It looked like an adult man. And at the same
What the
time, I
heck?
could hear a plastic bag being brushed up against in another corner of the attic behind me.
Oh
I
man.
jumped off the stairs and slammed the attic door shut. I ran down
Better
to
call
my
the
two
police.
friends to tell them what happened. It took a bit of waking them up for them to fully comprehend what I was screaming at them. Peter told me to call the cops right away. And I
Yeah.
did. I guess I needed that second opinion of what to do before actually calling the police. I went back upstairs with my two friends to pound on my brother's door, but he still wouldn't answer. I started to worry that something might have happened to him. Cop sirens blared outside, so the three of us ran downstairs in relief. An officer and his partner came in and asked where the attic was. I led them to the attic door and
Why should he be gone?
they did their thing. They went up with lights in one hand and guns drawn in the other. We were told to wait down in the living room. Not even 2 minutes later, the cops came out of the attic with two men who looked to be in their 30s or 40s.
Two
They
men?
were disgusting and dangerous looking,
Dang.
likely homeless and probably crazy as well. They gave us looks as they walked past us.
Oh man.
My brother came out of his room soon after to throw up. And when I
He
explained
threw up.
everything to him, he said he slept right through our knocks and bangs on the door. Thankfully, since my brother was 21, he served as the adult in the situation and talked with the police. Because of that, we were able to keep the incident a secret from our parents.
Oh man. Well, let me know what y'all think of that story, bro. That wasn't as scary, but it's just kind of creepy. Like, how did they get up there, and why was they up there? You know, why were they hiding in the attic? That's kind of creepy, I guess. Story number 2. Let me know what y'all think, man.
I used to go to the University of Idaho before transferring. In my sophomore year, I went to a lot of frat parties. There was one frat party that changed the way I look at college parties, however. I'm gonna leave the name of the frat out of this story, but one of the smaller frats on our campus was having an open party. Free for girls and a $20 charge at the door for guys. So we all had to pay the
Free for
cover.
girls. Hey, you gotta get the girls in there.
When we got inside, there were
That's sweet.
definitely a lot of people. But the party overall seemed kind of grimy and sketchy. There were a lot more guys than girls, and it was insanely hot in the house. There seemed to be a couple guys going to a back room.
Oh man, in there. That's why it's hot.
Check it out to see if anything was going on.
Too many men.
After going through a door to a much quieter section of the house, I saw the same couple of guys go outside. I figured I'd go outside and check out what the party was looking like in the backyard section. When I opened the back door and peered outside, I saw the two guys standing around a fire pit. There was no one else in the backyard. They looked over to me after hearing the door open, I guess. And before I could turn and go back inside, they waved me over. I felt awkward. I probably should have ignored them and just went back inside. But I felt pressured into walking over to them. They
Alright.
told me to sit down on one of the logs placed around the fire pit. I did so. Then they sat
Sit
down on
down.
two logs and started to light up cigarettes. The two of them sat there not saying a word, just smoking their cigarettes and looking in my general direction.
Yeah, that's
They
weird.
didn't say anything or even offer me a cigarette.
That's
Figured
weird.
I'd try to start conversation since they called me over and asked them if they were in the frat. One of them shook their head no, and that was it. I then asked if they knew anybody at this party.
That's weird.
This time I didn't even get an acknowledgement of my question. The two just looked at each other and then they looked at me. Now that they were looking at me,
I would've stood up.
And I was becoming increasingly uneasy.
Yeah.
One of the two said in a very monotone, slow voice, "That's a nice watch." I looked at the
forget
cheap
that.
$30 Timex watch on my wrist. It was not a nice watch at all. Maybe to him it looked like one. That same guy got up, and as he started walking over to me, he said, "Give me your watch." The other guy got up and started to walk behind me, as if they were surrounding me. I took off my watch in a hurry, saying, "Yeah, sure, no problem." When I got it off, I stood up and handed it to him. But my standing up was just a move to better prepare myself for sprinting to the door of the house. I heard a flick and a swish come from behind me.
What the heck?
I associated it to be the sound of a knife being flicked open. The guy behind me said, "Take off your shirt," and that's when I decided it was time to sprint for the door. It took me about 3 seconds to get to the door. I don't know how far they followed me for, or if they even did. But I got back in the house, went back to the front section where the party was, and found my 2 friends. I told them we had to go and to ask questions later. People were looking at me as I guess I made a scene telling my friends to go. They finally listened and we left the house through the front. Campus was half a mile from that house, so we walked it. On our way back though, at one point I turned around and saw 2 people walking towards us. I stopped to keep looking. The 2 people stepped under a street light. It was those 2 men from the backyard. I told my friends to run and they listened. We ran all the way back to campus and back to our dorms. I told the president of that particular frat about what happened. He promised me they were not associated with those 2 individuals. Still, I didn't go to any other parties hosted by that frat. And I did take it easy on the partying for a while after that.
Dang.
Let the devil in. I have been taken. What the hell are you? We are Venom. Ready, PG-13.
That's creepy, bro. That was creepy.
I used to use the app Tinder a lot, mostly for weekends where I'd have nothing to do and I'd hope to meet up with someone new. One Friday night, my friends Steve, Raj, and I were chilling in my room bored. I matched someone on Tinder, and she seemed pretty cool based on her pictures and bio. She messaged me first, saying there was a party and to pull up. I asked her for the details, like what town, what time, what address, and she said the address of a house in a town not far at all. I copy-pasted the address into Maps, and it said it was only 10 minutes away. I asked for her number to text her, and she gave it promptly. We texted for a bit, and it ended off with my telling her we're on our way. My friends were on board with it, so I figured why not.
Seemed pretty
It's
cool.
better than sitting in my room. I got dressed into jeans and a button-up shirt. My friends just had to go dressed as they were. We called an Uber to drive us up to the house. When we pulled up to the house, it was definitely on the smaller side. Most of the houses there were on the smaller side. So immediately we're thinking ghetto party. I texted the girl. She
Ghetto
come
party.
in. We started to hear the music blasting inside as we approached the stoop, so that was reassuring. The Uber drove off into the night as we got to the stoop. The girl said to just come in. I opened the door and let ourselves in.
Sound like it could be a setup, Tinder setup.
And every adjacent room in the house seemed to be lit up. The music seemed to be coming from another room, but even so, the living room was empty. There was no one in sight, except for a lone, 20-something-year-old punky-looking guy sitting in a chair in the kitchen. I texted the girl again, saying we're inside. She said, come downstairs. I asked, where is downstairs? She said the door right in front of the front door. My friends were laughing, saying this is insanely suspicious, and that maybe the door that was sure enough right in front of me, and it did indeed lead to a basement.
That is
There was a
weird.
blue light that seemed to fill the whole room down there. The music was coming from down there for sure.
That's weird. It's a setup. Cause why is the music downstairs? You know what I'm saying? This the creepiest one, dude. Cause why is the music downstairs and it's like nobody else there, and then she's saying come downstairs. It's like leading on, like hey down here, like knowing it's a setup. That's creepy, bro.
But Steve was for some reason staying at the top step. He called down, let me know what's down there.
Right.
It was hard to hear anything because the music was literally so loud. I got far enough down the staircase where I could start to see into the basement. Instead of seeing a room packed with people dead, I saw a line of men leaning against a wall, looking right up at me.
Oh my god,
One
dude.
was wearing a backwards cap. Most of them were some kind of minority.
Oh, I would have ran out of
Against
there.
The furthest wall from the stairs.
Yeah,
I had a
that's
blind spot, and all I could think was that it was some kind of trap.
yeah.
Then I heard a commotion come from up the stairs, and I saw Steve having some kind of confrontation with the guy who was sitting in the kitchen.
Mm.
I pushed at Raj to hurry the fuck up those stairs. He then started screaming something in Spanish down the stairs, and I witnessed four into the stairs from the basement. It was the most horrific moment of my life.
Did they get out of
We
there?
easily overpowered the lone guy holding us back and pushed our way out of the house.
Man.
With maybe 2 seconds to spare. We were all in decent shape, thankfully, and we ran as fast and as far away from the house as
In
we
decent
could.
shape.
We had to catch our breath after running full speed for a few minutes. I was the one to call the cops and tell them to check that house immediately. From there, we took an Uber back to my house and spent the rest of the night there. I
Man.
didn't ever find out what the cops did when they checked the house out. I
Right.
didn't really think that far ahead when I made that.
And that's creepy too. It's like they don't even know what happened at the end.
Now is if something seems suspicious on the internet, stay away from it.
Yeah.
Who you're actually meeting or what you're walking into.
For real. That's true. That's a lesson for you guys, man. I like how you did this story at the end, bro. Hey. There you have it, man. Prime example too at the end, man. So we get some from that story. I like that story. Obviously, the third one was the best one, but that's creepy. Because for one, we don't know if the cops actually went over there and see what the heck was over there and see if it was anything trapped or if anything that had to do with that house was like suspicious or anything, man. So we don't even know. So that's kind of creepy as it is. And also, it's like, dang, bro, thinking it was gonna be just a regular little party and it's wound up being that. Woo! Third one was the best one, bro. It definitely was. I think the second one was, I don't know about the second one. The first one, it's like, bruh, who the heck was the guy? Was it like a 30, 40-year-old man, or he said it was like in his 30s, like 30-year-old man. So we found out that it was some creepy guys like, at that party. So that was hiding in the attic for some reason, and we don't know what their intentions were. Just hiding in the freaking attic, and they want to be in the car. But anyway, man, hope you guys enjoyed. That was my favorite one, bro. That's the third one, man. That was definitely pretty good. That was pretty good. I was thinking his friend like you know how he went. He said he went down. He said he was gonna stay upstairs on the stairway, and he was gonna go downstairs. I liked how I was thinking like, man, what if the guy that was sitting in the kitchen or whatever would have took his friend and like, you know what I'm saying, like took off and whatever did who knows what to him or something, man, or you know, or they would have like beat him up or whatever. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, he about to get beat up or set up, and then he about to shut the door and leave him locked downstairs. Anyway, man, hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed. If you guys did, go down, like, and subscribe to the channel down below for more reactions. Let's get it. And if you guys don't subscribe to the channel, that's all right. At least hit the like button, bro. Dang. That's the least you can do. I'm going to see y'all in the next reaction, bro. Leave me a new reaction video down below if you guys enjoy it. If you guys want to see me react to something else, if you're choosing, I'm gone. Let's get it.